In a world that has long defined women's worth by their relationships to men, wife, mother, partner, there exists a quiet revolution, the rise of the woman who lives alone. Not lonely, not broken, not unwanted, but whole, powerful, and intentionally solitary. This is not a story of sadness. This is a story of strength. This is not about isolation. This is about freedom. And Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, once said, "Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakens." Women who choose to live alone have awakened to something most people fear, solitude. And in doing so, they've discovered a deeper layer of truth about themselves and life itself. 1. Why she chose solitude. She didn't wake up one morning and reject love. She didn't slam the door on marriage out of bitterness. No. She simply listened to the voice inside that said, "You are enough. You do not need another person to validate your existence." Carl Jung believed that wholeness is the true goal of life, not happiness. Many women who live alone are not chasing comfort or emotional dependency. They are chasing wholeness. This solitude isn't an escape from the world. It's a sacred space where she meets herself daily, raw, unfiltered, and real. She chose this path because she no longer wanted to negotiate her soul just to fit into someone else's expectations. 2. Society's fear of the alone woman. A woman alone shakes the foundation of patriarchal belief. Why? Because she refuses to play by rules written without her voice. Because she is unpredictable, self-sufficient, and unapologetically alive in her own rhythm. Society calls her difficult, cold, or unlovable. But here's the truth. Those are projections. Carl Jung called it the shadow, the parts of ourselves we deny and project onto others. Society's discomfort with the single woman isn't about her. It's about what she reflects back. That independence is possible. That inner peace is attainable. That not everyone wants the white picket fence. She challenges the narrative, and that makes her dangerous in the most beautiful way. 3. Her mornings are sacred. Unlike many who rush out the door, tangled in stress and noise, her mornings are rituals. She wakes up not to the voice of a partner, but to the voice of her own breath. She stretches. She journals. She brews her tea slowly, savoring the silence like scripture. There is no chaos, no compromise, no performance. She owns her time. Carl Jung believed that solitude is essential for the individuation process, the journey of becoming your true self. And in her quiet mornings, she is doing exactly that. Every cup of tea is a meditation. Every page in her journal is a declaration. I know who I am. I know what I want. And I will not apologize for either. 4. She loves differently. Make no mistake, a woman who lives alone is not incapable of love. She simply redefines it. She no longer needs someone to complete her. She desires someone who complements her. She no longer needs someone to rescue her. She needs someone who respects her. Her love is not transactional. It is spiritual. She won't settle for temporary warmth at the cost of her soul's chill. Carl Jung reminded us that love is not just a feeling. It is an act of becoming. Women who live alone have become themselves, and so their love is no longer codependent. It is a celebration. 5. Loneliness versus aloneness. There is a difference between being alone and being lonely. Loneliness is a hunger for others. Aloneness is a feast with yourself. She has learned to enjoy her own company the way most people enjoy a weekend getaway. She reads, writes, walks in the park, and talks to herself with compassion. Carl Jung would say she has integrated her anima, the feminine soul within, and no longer needs external approval to feel alive. Yes, there are days when the silence feels heavy, but she knows how to hold it. She's built muscle from lifting her own spirit. 6. The mirror of solitude. Living alone is like living with a mirror. There's no one to distract you from your fears, no one to blame for your unhappiness. You meet yourself every day, your moods, your triggers, your patterns. And that is where the transformation happens. Carl Jung emphasized the importance of confronting the shadow. The woman who lives alone does this regularly, and because she does, she becomes someone very rare, someone who has faced herself and not run away. She becomes a lighthouse, rooted, glowing, unmoved by the storms of others. 7. The strength that no one sees. She fixes her own light bulbs, she pays her own bills, she deals with her own mess. There is a quiet dignity in her strength. You won't see her posting about it on social media. You won't hear her bragging at dinner parties. But she is a fortress in soft skin. People ask her, "Don't you get tired of doing everything alone?" And she smiles, not out of arrogance, but out of understanding. She's not alone. She's aligned with her values, her purpose, her soul. Carl Jung said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." And that is exactly what she's doing, every single day. 8. What she teaches the world. She is not a lesson, but she is a message. To the women who are scared of being alone, she is proof that solitude can be sacred. To the men who feel threatened by her independence, she is proof that love must rise above possession. To the world that wants to define her, she is proof that you can write your own story. She teaches that silence is not empty. It's full of answers. That space is not abandonment. It's possibility. That aloneness is not a punishment. It's a path to power. The fire within. There's a fire inside her, not wild and consuming, but steady, ancient, and sacred. She is not waiting to be chosen. She has chosen herself. She is not asking for permission. She has granted herself freedom. And as she walks through life, not with a man at her side, but with truth in her heart, she becomes a symbol of something the world deeply needs, a woman who knows herself. As Carl Jung said, your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. And she has. And what she found there was not emptiness, but everything.